The guy dead body at the rodeo. Can I?
Now he's already sending me dresses. Ooh, I even
I'm gonna go
suggested.
check out my
You
podcast
raised your
today.
feelings as usual instead of telling God he hurt them when he didn't ask you to be his best man.
My feelings aren't hurt. I was just hungry. Now, from what Bradley said of a phone,
Brothers
sounds like
say
an
to know
accident.
what
Just
you're
get in and
doing.
out. County Sheriff's Office can take the lead on this one.
I'm assuming that's code for you haven't seen Carson since you had Lily take his ex-wife's car in a fit of jealousy.
From a very specific angle, she was obstructing the fire hydrant. Hey, so what do we got?
Wyatt Armstrong, 2-time Silver Saddle winner. Travis, the clown who was first to the body.
Can you tell us what happened?
Wyatt landed hard. Shouldn't have been riding in that state.
Yeah, witness reports indicate that Armstrong was intoxicated. I can tell from your face that you're upset, sir.
What?
Anything else you can tell us?
I found an empty whiskey bottle in the trash of Armstrong's RV.
Sounds like an autopsy will confirm this is an accidental death.
That's such a tragedy. Armstrong was a year sober.
How'd you know Wyatt was sober?
I know all about lowriders. I'm kind of like a super fan. So
Is Wyatt off the ride drunk?
yeah, I mean, he did it most of his career.
Excuse me.
Did someone give this man nothing up?
Man, I appreciate you, man.
There'll be excess air in his lungs.
Shit, that's what I do it for. I be on this motherfucker going hard.
Why? And how?
By exerting pressure. Here. The whiskey on the breath. Wyatt Armstrong wasn't drunk. Looks like he was murdered.
Did you bring us just for that?
Yes.
Unfortunately, human sniff tests don't hold up in court, so if this is murder, we need proof. So, all right, superfan, it's your time to shine. Bring us up to speed on everything Wyatt Armstrong.
All right, well, you better strap in, because the world of rodeo is basically days of our lives in leather chaps.
I am a sucker for a good soap opera. Scandalize me.
All right, Wyatt Armstrong was a fierce competitor. Right, he's a bit of a lover and a fighter. A couple years back, Wyatt's rival, Billy Baxter, aka Billy the Kid, sustained a career-ending injury.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, but he found a new rival, no problem. Silvio Oliveira.
Great name for a rival. So mysterious.
Oh yeah, he is, but I'll tell you what's not mysterious. Wyatt's love life. He was a bit of a contact. Now Wyatt's ex
shit.
lost her shot at going
Oh,
to
yeah, yeah.
the rodeo pageant because of
I
Wyatt.
told y'all,
What do I do?
He was
you gotta go check my page out, man. I got a boxing match coming up
because he thought that she
in the next couple of weeks. I'm promoting a boxing match. It's gonna be some pro fighters, some exhibition fights. It's gonna be in Nashville. It's gonna be live, man. You gotta check my page out. I did an introduction tonight and introduced a couple of boxers and shit that's gonna be boxing on September the 20th in Nashville, Tennessee, man. You know, and I'm inviting a lot of rappers out, you know, entertainers, singers, like the week before to, you know, slick audition and see who the best of the best. And at the end, you get to go live on like 17 different channels. You know, pages of people with at least 200,000-300,000 subscribers on YouTube's. It's gonna be on Hispanic channels. It's gonna be on American channels. It's gonna be live, man. I'm gonna show a person how to, you know, turn up in the city, man. You know, and you gotta check it out. It's gonna be all kind of cultures come together and enjoy one night that's gonna be spectacular. You know, people gonna be able to see boxers. People gonna be able to see entertainers. People gonna be able to enjoy themselves in a safe environment, man. I'm talking about it's going down. Security gonna be super enforced. You know, only the best of the best gonna even get the chance to even come through the door, man. You know, the tickets gonna go on sale, you know, and then you also gonna be able to pull up to the actual Costa Fiesta that's located, the address and everything gonna be on the flyer. You better pull up to them, and if you're a boxer, you know, as long as you can pass the health screening, you can be able to box on, you know. It's a big opportunity for a lot of people, man. You know, if you know somebody that think they got the talent that they say they got, man, you can come out and audition for any one of the raps. And you ain't even gotta be a rapper. You can be a singer, you can be a Latin singer, you can be, you know, you gotta be able to shine though, because we gonna let you perform at the beginning when it first pop off, and we gonna let you take it into the end of the night, man, when the party going down. You know, because there's gonna be at least 10 fighters that get selected. And at the end of the night, somebody getting a big bag, man. Somebody gonna get a big bag for the fight, man. You know, it's gonna be for the exhibition fight, it's gonna be a prize for them. For the pro fighters, it's gonna be a prize for them. You know, it's going down, man. You know, you're gonna be able to eat good. We got VIP areas. We're gonna have VIP areas where you can, you know, bring your party and y'all can watch the fight on the big screen that's in the other room, or you can get the VIP where you be right there beside the fight. You know, when a motherfucker hit a motherfucker in the mouth, you might catch a piece of blood or a tooth come your way. It's gonna be exciting, man. It's gonna be my first time ever, you know, promoting something like a fight, but I'm kind of excited about it. I'm excited. Because people don't understand when you start getting sponsors, and sponsors start putting different events together like fights and, you know, because they know you multi-talented, meaning that you can have conversations with people in different languages. You know, you can bring out a crowd of people because ain't just no one demographic of people looking at you. You know, I got Hispanics looking at me, I got blacks, I got whites, I got Asians. I got all type of people that look at me and DM me and want to partner with me with different situations because they like, man, you pushing that real shit, man. You ain't out there trying to be nothing that you ain't. You an open book. You tell the world about everything about you, and then you also let the world know, man, this shit real out here. And you only get what you put into it, man. You can't expect to have blessings after blessings if you ain't out there chasing them blessings, man. You gotta chase them blessings. Fuck chasing the bag. Chase the blessings and the bag gonna come. You know what I mean? A lot of people go through situations, they always talking about, oh, it's over with. It ain't never over with. It ain't over with till they throw that dirt on top of a motherfucker, man. That's how real hustlers feel. When you know how to grind, you know how to grind, and you know how you got a conversation that can touch the nation, then you shouldn't be sitting in one spot just talking to just certain people. You got to know how to reach out and expand your brand. You know, sometimes people don't understand your brand might not be hot in, you know, certain demographics. Like my brand might not be hot in younger people, but it's hotter in older people my age. You know, people that's 35, 45, 50 years old, they rocking with me because they've been through the times that I've been through. They understand the type of, you know, environment I came from and the shit that I'm talking about, they relate to it. You know, only thing I'm trying to teach the young folks is that, you know, if you pay attention to what the old folks went through, you won't make them same mistakes and end up in the same situation. Your bag will be bigger, way bigger, and way quicker than mine came, man. You know, you hear stories of people, great actors, great entertainers. It may take them 10, 15, 20 years. But if you got a playbook that shows you the shortcut to get to there, you winning, man. You ain't got to just pay attention to the real shit and eliminate that bullshit. Pay attention to the way other people move, and you'll realize that a person that wants a small bag do shit to be relevant and viral, and a person that wants a big bag builds a brand that somebody wants to buy one day, man. They build a brand. And if you the brand, people gonna buy you. Meaning that you are the brand and you gonna make the money no matter where you at. You gonna be able to have a conversation and bring people to anything that you had, man. Anything, any kind of event you throw, people gonna come out. The crowd's gonna come out. You know, I love to sit there with a mic in front of my hand with a crowd of people having a conversation with different people. I just having a conversation with the crowd like I'm doing right now, it's no different. It's no different. I don't got stage fright. You know, when you put a microphone in certain people's hand, they don't know how to comprehend. I know how to focus on what they topic is or what what the main focus is of what you're saying to get your point across. They don't understand that. They don't know how to do nothing but either entertain the ignorance in a lot of people and be like a clown. They don't know how to, have an intelligent conversation with people about their ethnic background, what they want in life. Focus on the person that's in front of you and focus on the people that want to elevate in life and quit thinking narrow minded to the point where you think only way that I'm gonna help the people in my community, meaning the people that came from the same things as me, is they gotta be black. It's a lot of people that come from the same backgrounds and same situations that I came from that's all different colors, so not why shine a light on all of it, not just one. You can't shine a light on one ethnic background and say they hit it harder than others unless you start talking about different societies and different, generations, then you can talk like that. You can say the generation of black people had it hard in the 50s and 60s. But when you talk about in the year 2025, it's equal, man. If you want anything out in life, no matter what color you is, or where you come from, you can come from the bottomest of the projects in the world. That ain't gonna stop you from becoming a doctor. That's not gonna stop you from becoming a lawyer. That's not gonna stop you from becoming a police officer. Cause no matter what gets in your way, you got this survival mode and you got your mind made up. Like I interviewed a boxer tonight and I asked him what made him become a boxer, and he was like, it was my father. Cause his dad was a boxer and ended up being a promoter and being a trainer and ended up training him. And that man was born in America, but he's an Hispanic and he's from Mexico. His generation is from Mexico. At 15 years old, that man went back to where his dad was from, the motherfucking slums, no air, no nothing, so he could train like his daddy, so he could fight like his daddy, because his daddy in the Hall of Fame for boxing right now, man. And then when he went over at 15, he was only supposed to go over for 5 months, but he got caught up in COVID and ended over staying over for 2 years at 15 years old boxing. And he tell you the stories of how the people in Mexico, they opened their arms up to him, but a lot of the boxers over there used to look at him like he was a spoiled American because he was born in America, even though his heritage is Mexican. Hispanic. You feel me? But a lot of people was like, I asked him, I said, man, what makes you get out there in that ring and box? He said, what makes me get out there in the ring and box? He said, is I'm boxing for a name, which is his father's name, and which is his name. He said, I'm boxing for a legacy. And of course he want to be rich, you know what I mean? Everybody want to be rich. But then you gotta think that if you anything that you do in life, if you work hard at it, you gonna get it, man. It might not come as quick as some people want it to come, but if you work hard at it, man, you ain't gonna be able to be stopped. I get on this internet every day. I don't miss a day. I don't miss a second. I don't miss a minute. I get on here, but see, I used to think that I can get on this internet every once in a while and put up a couple of videos and they go viral, and then I can sit back a couple of days. Man, I got to treat this shit like a job. Because as I got on this internet, people started reaching out to me and started want to have a conversation with me. And it's like a lot of people, they know that I got the capability of having a conversation with anyone. But it's like they testing me as I go. Can you have a conversation with a person when it's a bilingual situation, when someone is translating with them? Of course I can. Because I know how to have a conversation and not rush people to get to the point that they want to speak on. Because if I'm having conversation with people, I got to be able to let them speak. You know, I want them to be able to speak because I want to be able to have the conversation with them so we can get our point across to the people in the world that's watching us, man. You know, and I've learned a lot from this internet. I learned that you gotta always research everything you do because you never want to be one of them people that's chasing clout and say bullshit about people that ain't true. You know, because my platform is different than other people's platform, and a lot of people, I've seen it. A lot of people are starting to mimic my platform because my platform bring them views, and views bring that money. You know, views bring that money, and them folks like this dude right here is putting up 1.2 million views a week on Instagram, 2-3 million views a week on TikTok. He putting up over 1 million views a week on YouTube. What is making his page? A lot of people like why your subscribers or why your followers ain't in 200,000-300,000? Why you ain't got 1 million subscribers? I said I don't know. My videos prove different. My videos show that I'm putting up the views. I got enough likes on the pages. I might have 20,000 likes or 30,000 likes. I got some posted where I got damn near 100-some thousand likes, and I ain't got 100,000 subscribers. But see, I learned something that long as every time you go live, you give another person the opportunity to do more than just see a video. You get a person a chance to, see who you are, hear your voice without you describing a video or you talking about somebody else. You really showing them who you are so they get a chance to connect with you and say, well, that dude right there sound like somebody I want to be listening to. He sound like somebody that's growing in life that I know if I watch him long enough, I'm going to be watching him on a big screen. I'm going to watch him be able to have the same conversation with CNN reporters and Fox News reporters about political situations and things that's going on around the world with the news and crime and different situations in the world. And he going to be able to get up there and, have that conversation with the people with being himself. I didn't have to change who I was. I just had to, learn how to channel my emotions and the way I speak so everybody can understand what I'm saying. Because my whole point was to make sure that everybody had a chance to hear the things that I'm saying about the things going in life. I couldn't focus on if I speak this way, I'm only going to talk to this person. If I speak this way, I want to talk to this person. I had to figure out a way to be able to have one conversation with the world. I don't want to focus on now individual race, now individual ethnic background, none of that. I want to focus on the problems that we got going on in the world and the things that people are going through emotionally, dealing with stress, dealing with bills, dealing with people in their life, letting people know that sometimes you got to let certain situations just go. And sometimes if you can't deal with the problem that's going on with you, you got to just let that go and let it pan out the way it should and hope it pan out in your favor. You got to, people go to the internet looking for answers in different situations or signs. They're looking for signs of the different things they're going through their life. When they run across my page and I'm talking about, how I overcame so many different struggles, so I feel like life can't throw nothing at me that could break me, that could fuck me off. I ain't gonna never say that because life got a fucked up way of throwing monkey wrenches in your situation when you think you winning just to humble you. Because a lot of people get financially strong and they be assholes towards people. They be disrespectful to people that been there for them. I believe in not carrying nobody on my back, but if you roll with me and you struggle with me and You push me. I don't give a fuck if you just gave me a like on a page. I fucks with you. You know what I mean? If you shared anything on my page, that means you was sharing me to the world. I fucks with you. You know what I mean? I don't ask for nothing but that. You know, because I get up every day and I put up good content. I don't put up copy content. And when I'm talking about copy content, I mean that content that somebody already done talked about and somebody just don't took a picture of somebody else and they just mimicking them people. No, I'm authentic, man. I'm authentic. Meaning anything that I post, you gonna see most of my posts be hours before or sometimes days before news stations, TMZ. My shit already been posted and I'm talking about the story that they just not catching up on. Inside Edition posting shit that I talked about 3 days ago. That mean I'm working harder than they whole motherfucking team that they got in their department searching for stories to make people laugh, make people say unbelievable. How is one individual doing the same job as a team? I'm pretty sure TMZ got a whole department of people that's looking for headline stories. How the fuck is one individual, me, finding them headline stories days or hours before y'all do? It's because I got that drive, man. It's because I don't stop. I'm always looking at news. I got 3-4 tablets going. I got 2-3 laptops going. I got the TV going. You know, I'm Googling shit. I'm reading things. I'm researching things. You know, if I see something that's on something, I just look at it and I say, okay, well, that's a news story that I need to check on. I go to that state and I look at that news and I read like, you know, whatever the news clipping in, read the whole situation, and then I tell it. I'm the first one that vocally spoke that about that because it was in a newspaper. It wasn't even on YouTube. It wasn't on no TikTok. It was in a newspaper that I Googled and read that news article. And that's the reason that I told the story before any news outlet had a chance because it was somebody's local news. That's what I do. I research local news around the whole United States all day long. I don't do nothing but read nothing but crime, disgusting ass people doing ridiculous ass things to individuals. I don't do nothing but read about nothing but children killing children. I don't do nothing but, I read nothing but the worst of the stories of the United States. Some things don't even be public. A lot of stories don't even be, if it wasn't for the internet, a lot of stories wouldn't even be known. A lot of people wouldn't get a chance to tell their stories. A lot of people wouldn't know that somebody got raped and killed because it wouldn't be breaking headlines because when you hit the news back in the day, every news station in every state, in every city is going to put the top headlines up. They don't have nothing like a 30-minute window at 5 o'clock, a 30-minute window at 6 o'clock, a 30-minute window at 10:30. So in them little 30, 40 minutes, them folks in a whole full day, a news station probably put up 2 hours of videos unless it's breaking news on some situation. And for a news outlet to put up a breaking news, like when I got to talk about the shooting at Fort Stewart Army Base, I seen it when it first popped up breaking news on World News, and I was able to Google World News and snap a picture and talk about it because I was watching it on World News. This before CNN or anybody else was even covering the story. It ain't hit their news desk yet. That's what people don't understand. Every news outlet trying to be the first one to drop a story. So if you chase them news outlets, you gonna be the first one to drop any story on the internet. But you gotta be able to watch that instead of watching these hoes shake their ass on the internet. You gotta be able to do that, then watch these rappers or chase these entertainers. You gotta be able to watch the news, man. Some people ain't got the attention span to watch the news. Some people don't even know how that you got to be more than just a troller or a rapper chaser to if you want to call yourself a reporter or if you want people to take you serious to the point one day you be able to sit in an anchored chair making $3-4 million a year talking to different people like world leaders, talking to people that matter in the world. Fuck them gang members. I don't want to talk to them motherfuckers. I know what they gonna talk about. Fuck them motherfucking nothing ass people and let somebody going on there talking about a survival story and how they overcame different barriers and trying to motivate them kids to not be like they was, then fuck them motherfuckers. That's why I say them folk glorify putting drug dealers and rappers and killers and shit like that on podcasts more than they glorify people that don't been through them struggles to tell their story, to tell, man, look, you don't want them problems. I ain't on there boasting about beating the police or beating no case. I'm telling you, man, look, don't even put yourself through them situations and lose your money and time, man. You can always get money back, but you can't get that time back you spend in them jail cells and penitentiaries. That shit is over and done with. When you go in there, you ain't coming out until the time is over with. So you don't get none of that time back, and all that time you spend in them jail cells is time that you can't get back. Days that you miss with your children, days that you miss the accomplishments that your children make in life. You know what I mean? You might miss your motherfucking daughter walking your daughter down the aisle to get married. You missed the first time your son come in the room and ask you about sex. You missed the first time that your children look at you and tell you that they finna bring you a grandbaby home. Because you sitting in the penitentiary for dumbass shit. You sitting in there because you want to impress another motherfucker and sell dope, or you want to impress another motherfucker and go out there and shoot a motherfucker because you think you the hardest motherfucker. The penitentiary full of hard motherfuckers. The penitentiary is full of nothing but tough and hard motherfuckers sitting around them but hard leg ass men. That's what the penitentiary for.